Good morning, my friends. Here we are for another episode of Life on the Wildside. It's a little chilly out here. We're out here in the Appalachian Mountains, just enjoying a beautiful sunrise here at this abandoned hotel. It is my celebration of another year around this earth, so you know I had to get out and do something kind of fun, something I enjoy. So we're gonna do a little backpacking. I don't really know what the snowfall conditions will be like based off of some of this, but we'll find out. Got a few real old headstones out here. Getting used to the camera, getting used to some new kicks. We got a lot of new gear out here today that I haven't really used yet, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully I can figure out how to set up a trekking pole tent while we're out here. Nothing like figuring that out in the midst of winter, but you know, what's life without a little challenge? Alright, we're about 6 miles into the journey today. It's a pretty snowy one. That's all good though. We're cruising right along. We're gonna eat some lunch right now. Just kind of enjoying this nice view out yonder. Got a nice little river flowing through. Cannot complain. I don't know if you can see the river down there, but probably hear it. But as far as our lunch spread goes though, this is what we got rolling today. We got a pack of ramen, probably ate it dry to be honest with you. Gonna crush some dill pickle, Pringles for sure, those are gonna slap. May not be a kid, but go squeezes go hard, so got one of those in the works. If you know me, you know I like my packs of tuna fish. It's gotta be in sunflower oil though, it's the best stuff. Already broke into it a little bit earlier, but a little peppered beef jerky, store brand, because I'm cheap. And then a little power up trail mix, so gonna have a mix of that and carrying on, so. So, in said shelter that I was just in eating lunch, there's a tent set up. And there's tracks going from the shelter to the river, and then they don't cross the river, and then there's no tracks coming in from the other side, and there's no movement or noise or anything. I would assume there's no body in there's no dead person, but I feel like maybe it's a little bit my obligation to check it out and make sure there's not a body in there. He's like, I'm serious, there's no tracks leaving the area, so that is of concern to me. So let's go take a look. Anybody in there? Hello? Alright. Thankfully, nobody's in there. There's gear, sleeping bags. It looks like somebody got pretty cold and had to bail and hasn't made it back down here yet, but thankfully there's nobody in there. I'm not gonna lie, my heart was kind of racing a little bit. I don't know, you just hear stories and nobody's in there. So we will continue on, and hopefully we don't end up like them. If I had to guess, I bet this rock wall has been here for a hot minute. Pretty dope, really. Back in Nam, here we are at the humble abode for the night. Got a nice little chair right here. That'll heat up nice. I think we're gonna try getting a fire going. I did. You know, not something I'm gonna bring on my long hike, but I did bring an axe so we can get a little firewood going. And then after we get our tent set up, we're gonna go check out the views over here. I think that out yonder is gonna be a good sunset, and hopefully catch a good sunrise somewhere right here too. So, little stats for the nerds. We got just under 15 miles on the day, 14.83 to be exact, and 3,600 feet of elevation gain. So not a bad day at all. Been fighting the snow all day. It's been a few steep parts where it's been real slippery. I might throw the crampons on for the way down some of the steeper stuff on the way out tomorrow morning. I have a new tent, the Durston X-Mid Pro, and it is a trekking pole tent. I'm efficient at setting up a normal standard tent. I have no idea how to set up this trekking pole tent, so we're gonna give that a whirl. I could have absolutely picked a warmer spot to camp tonight that's not up on a ridge, but you know, if you're gonna be out camping in the elements, you might as well be somewhere where the sunrise and sunset's gonna be good. So it's my thought process at least. And yeah, stay tuned if I get this tent set up. Otherwise, I guess we'll sleep under the stars. Here's the predicament I'm in. Never set this tent up before. Durston X-Mid Pro. I'm gonna have a fire tonight, and let me just say this tent costs more than I'd like to admit. Pretty much a month's rent, if you're cheap like me at least. So yeah, we gotta set this up, figure out how to set this up, and I also don't wanna put an ember through it, so wish me luck. So, I am blessed to have cell service, and the quick YouTube video I watched made this seem pretty easy. Well, we have some resemblance of a tent. Don't know exactly how taut this thing's supposed to be, but it's standing. That's a win. We can start with that. So yeah. So this is where we're at right now. We got all of our firewood chopped up, split, some kindling ready to go. Pretty much gonna get one shot at that. If it doesn't start on the first try, then I'm probably SOL on fire. I'm the master fire chief, so, and I didn't really bring a knife to make any feather sticks, but anyway, I got some stuff in my hands, and we're gonna go find a nice little spot to watch the sunset and eat dinner. And once the sun's set, we'll come back over here and get a fire going. So this is actually kind of hilarious, so you know, beautiful sunset. But then right over here, it was not anticipating this, but we got this ski resort. Kind of funny. I guess I could have gone down and stayed at the ski lodge or something, but I'm honestly surprised they have a ski lodge in Virginia. I don't think they get a ton of snow out here. I don't really think temps stay too terribly cold, but yeah, Kind of funny. All right, we're back. I don't want to jinx myself here, but I think we actually got a fire running this time. I'm hoping this ain't gonna go out of me. Just out here on another adventure of life on the wild side. Very thankful I got my fire going. It was looking a little bleak there for a second. Gonna be a good one out here tonight. I honestly don't think I'm gonna completely freeze. I mean, it is the middle of winter. I'm gonna be a little chilly. Not gonna want to get out of bed tomorrow morning. Although I'm sure the cold might be a motivator to get out of bed, but that's besides the point. Just feeling a little, I don't want to say lost, but a little stuck at a job that didn't pay real great and wasn't around any of my friends or living anywhere that I was particularly pumped about. I mean, the Northwoods is cool, but by yourself wasn't the most exciting thing. Anyway, the easiest out for me, being the weird guy I am, I'm like, dude, if I start hiking across the country next summer, that's like the easiest out. Nobody's gonna question you, and that's kind of what's going on next summer, or no, I shouldn't say next summer. Here in a couple months, I'm gonna be hitting the Pacific Crest Trail, attempting to through hike the whole thing. My official start date is May 3rd, so please wish me luck, as I think I may need it. That being said, we're gonna go get her done. I'm excited, and it's just gonna be the next chapter of life on the wild side. Lots of time to think about what I want to do in my life, because I really don't know. I just know I don't want to be normal. I don't want to live the traditional 9 to 5. I don't want to kind of fall into the whole social norms, as I think some of the social norms in our world today are a little out of line, a little out of value, and feels good to trudge my own path. So hopefully this doesn't get too deep right here sitting by the campfire, but oh man. So I'm not some crazy birthday celebrator or anything like that, but I did make it another lap around the sun on planet Earth, so that's a win. That's definitely a big win in my book. Birthdays are weird though. I mean, especially the older you get, it's definitely a constant reminder that life goes by really, really dang fast. So, you know, don't wait. If you want to do something, go do it. Make it happen. Life is short. Life is precious. Get out and live life on the wild side. And I understand for everybody that may not be sitting by a fire in the middle of winter on the Appalachian Trail by yourself, but you know, do whatever makes you feel alive. Yeah, there's one day you're gonna wake up and you're not gonna be able to do it, or the opportunity passed. So, yeah, buddy, that's my 2 cents on the night. That's my 2 cents on my 28th birthday, baby. I've made it around the sun 28 times. Let's go. That's a blessing. Woo! I feel like talking to my buddy Fletcher. So if you're a follower of Life on the Wild Side, you guys have seen various episodes of Fletcher, or should I say Fletch Nasty. So we're gonna give him a call up and see if he answers here.
Happy birthday to you.
Why, thank you. Yeah.
Life on the wild side. Rick Easy's out there just keeping it real.
Yeah, buddy. So
hopefully he doesn't freeze out there on the trail.
I'm gonna say right now, could not have asked for a better evening here on the Appalachian Trail, mid-February, post-snowfall. I think what's really making this tolerable, I shouldn't even say tolerable, I've been pretty comfortable out here, is the fact that the wind hasn't picked up. You know, like usually you're on top of a mountain and the wind always, without fail, picks up in the evening, and there's a very, very minor breeze that's going on, but so far so good. So hopefully sticks that way all night, and we get some good rest out here. But in the meantime, I'm gonna check out for the night. Peace. Gonna let this bad boy, that's all the firewood I have, gonna let this bad boy burn down, and yeah.